What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to seal some of these imperfections and the cracks. I already kind of got started over on this side, but I'm going to show you guys how you can use the caulking to your benefit, especially if you're going with the method like I did where I ripped the plywood. It's not going to be 100% perfect, so you're going to need to use some caulking to be able to seal some of those imperfections. Now the concept here is really simple. We're just trying to get where these two boards meet up, we're trying to get that as seamless as possible, so when we paint, it's just gonna look like one flowing board as it goes. Now you could tell you got some gaps there. It's not 100% perfect. We wanna fill that as much as possible. Also, we wanna fill these nail holes. You're going to need a caulk gun, and then I recommend getting like a quarter or a washer or something, because whenever you do run your finger down this line, probably gonna get some caulk in between these boards here. You don't want it to dry like that because it's gonna look very unprofessional. It's gonna look kind of tacky. So you'll take your washer and you'll just kind of run your washer in between there, clean out any caulking that may get in there. Try to get out before it dries. Alright, so it has been some time. We went all the way around the room, filling all the nail holes. There are some spots where the nails were sticking up higher than the boards, so I'm gonna have to go through each one of those, just tap those in a little more. Overall, the caulking is done in this room, and now all that's left is just to sand it. I did find some 180 grit. I'm gonna take it easy just to see how it goes at first. All this stuff that you see on this channel is probably gonna be me doing it for the first time. You see me do it, you know it's possible you could do it as well. Without me rambling anymore, let's try to sand these walls.
And with the grains, then it is better to do that.
I gotta say, the 180 grit worked out really well, better than I expected actually. 180 was perfect. The caulking wasn't, I guess, fully cured all the way. It started kind of peeling up. So I'm gonna let that sit a little longer before we're trying to touch it or sand it anymore. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna let everything cure just overnight. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, spend some time with the family, try to wrap this up tomorrow. The goal is gonna be sanding everything, try to throw some paint. All right, so that's enough of me rambling. We're gonna continue this video tomorrow and see exactly what we can get done. So it is the next day. We are outside just to kind of change up the scenery, to get out the bathroom and make it a little different. I went ahead and I sanded the caulking that we put on yesterday. There wasn't a lot to video on that, so I just knocked it out. I want to focus on painting today and do as much trim work as possible, maybe some crown molding. So we're gonna see how far we get. But first we're gonna have to run to the store and get a few things. We are gonna have to get the cornering for our doorway from the sink area to where the shower and the toilet is. We're gonna have to get some trim to go around the doors. I have baseboard already and I do have crown already, but we will need to get those other things. So we're gonna take a little field trip and we're gonna go to the store. So most of the trim probably isn't gonna fit in the car. It's gonna be too long. So we're gonna have to take old Bermuda here. She ain't been on the road in a little while. I'm not even sure she's gonna start up, but we're just gonna have to give her a shot. Seems legit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Whoa! Yeah! All right, now I think we're ready. Hey son, it's time to go to the store. Let's go! Over the hills and through the woods to Home Depot we go. Well, it's been a few hours, and if you can't tell by my dirty shirt, I have been working on a few things. I thought I was done sanding, but when I got home from the store and started cleaning up the mess that I previously had from sanding earlier, I noticed that there was a few nail holes, actually quite a few nail holes that were still visible. I decided to go get some spackling, cover the nail holes with the spackling instead of the caulking. And that actually went way easier than the caulking did. It sanded easier, it smoothed out much better. Just going forward from the start, learning from my mistake, I would suggest to use spackling if you're going to be covering any imperfections or going to be trying to cover nail holes. The caulking is still good, I think, for the corners, because if there's any shifting or anything like that, the caulking has a little more give than spackling would. Spackling would probably crack or something with more stress. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely, it's completely perfect, of course. Okay, maybe it's not exactly 100% perfect, but I'm satisfied with what we have here. It's been hours and hours at this point for what I've spent on this bathroom, and I am anxious to just get it done and get it painted. Yes, I think that for where it's at right now, I am very satisfied, and I think that it is ready for paint and it's ready to be finished up. So real quick, to complete the inside of this bathroom, I'm going to be using an off-white interior paint and a foam roller. Why am I using a foam roller? Well, I prefer to use actually a sprayer if I can, but I don't have the time to tape off everything, so I'm just going to use the foam roller. I already have it at the house, and I don't like brush lines, so this is kind of the best of both worlds in my opinion. That's what we tested out this wall over here with, was one of these, so that's what I'm going to use. It's pretty much going to wrap up the video for today. We're going to roll this entire room, do one coat, and then we're going to let it dry overnight. And then on the next video, we'll come in, we'll probably do our second coat, and that's when we'll probably throw in our trim, our door trim, and our baseboard, and maybe even our crown molding. It'll definitely be very exciting to see everything basically 95% complete, besides a few minor things. So I'm looking forward to that. But until then, we still got some work to do. Well guys, it is late, but I finally completed painting the entire bathroom. Everything looks great. It looks exactly how I pictured it would. We are going to continue this into our next video. As I said before, if you like this video, please leave a like down below. Let me know that these videos are paying off, that people are actually enjoying them, maybe learning a thing or two as I do these projects. In the meantime, consider subscribing to my channel. That way you can be notified whenever my new videos are uploaded and you won't miss out on anything. Thanks, and see you in the next video.